Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala azza wa jalla opened the door of khair and rahmah in this blessed month of Rabiul Awwal. The period of ignorance, the period of Jahiliyyah, when was it speak? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the valley of Makkah to convey His message of Tawheed, Risala, so every year in this month, we always mention the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, various aspects of his seerah, his character, his akhlaq, his teaching, but especially in this blessed month, the zikr of wilada of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Unfortunately, these blessed days, blessed week and blessed month, rather than benefiting from the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from the teaching and the character, it's become routine and norm that anything we have to dispute on it. We make these issues the issue of fight, debate, so we lose the real rahmah and the barakah aspect of all these activities. Just like the birth of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Mawlid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, mentioning his seerah, not only ulama and the scholars are mentioning the seerah and the birth of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he praised himself in Sahih Muslim, a very famous hadith from Wasila bin Asqa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Aap sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Inna Allah astafa kinanata min waladi Ismail. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted eminence to Kinana from amongst the descendants or the children of Ismail. Wastafa Quraishan min Kinana. And then he granted eminence to Quraysh from Kinana. Wastafa min Quraishin Banu Hashim. And from Quraysh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant eminence to, and He chosen Banu Hashim. Wastafani min Bani Hashim. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen me from the family of Banu Hashim. So Walad Ismail, Banu Israel and Banu Ismail, two chains. The grandfather is Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. One son Hazrat Ishaq, and from Hazrat Ishaq, the chain of Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam, and all these are known as Banu Israel. The great Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent for the guidance of mankind. Among them Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, Hazrat Daud alayhi salam, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. Daud, they called it David the king. Sulaiman alayhi salam, King Solomon. Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salam, Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam. 25 prophets, their name mentioned in Quran, mostly from Banu Israel. But the second chain was Banu Ismail, the second son of Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam. And from Banu Ismail, the final prophet and messenger, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Banu Ismail and Banu Israel, they gathered on Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, and that's why they called it Abrahamic religion. They all gather, the chain goes to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. So Christianity, Judaism, Islam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself says, Ana da'watu Abi Ibrahim. I am the result of the dua of my father Ibrahim alayhi salam. After building the Kaaba, when he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rabbana inni askantu min zurriyati biwadin ghayri zi zar'in inda baytika al-muharram. Rabbana li yuqimu as-salat. In this desert I made the house. Your house, Ya Allah, the place of worship. Faj'al af'idatan minan nas. So Ya Allah, turn the heart of the people toward this house. Warduqhum min as-samarat la'allahum yashkurun. And grant them provisions so they will be thankful to you. And in Surah Baqarah, وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ وَإِسْمَاعِيلُ. When he was raising and making the building of Kaaba with his son Ismail alayhi salam, رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. The first thing he said, "Oh my Lord, accept my efforts. You are all hearing and all knowing. As-Sami al-Alim. Taqabbal minna, accept my efforts. If you don't accept it, I'm not doing all these things for the praise of people. In this desert, who can see me what I'm doing? But only for the sake of your tawheed and your ibadah, I'm doing this act. رَبَّنَا وَجْعَلْنَا مُسْلِمَيْنِ لَكَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ. And not only to build this beautiful house, Ya Allah, give us tawfiq to be submitted to you, and from my children, those who will submit themselves to you. So different adhiya of Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So mentioning to this is Ana da'watu Abi Ibrahim. So from Waladi Ismail, from the family of Ismail, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So mentioning to this chain of min awlad Ismail, Inna Allah astafa Kinana. Kinana is a chain from the same Walad Ismail, Kinana bin Khuzaima bin Mudrika. As a family chain from Walid Ismail. He said the Kinana was chosen from the children of Ismail. And then Wastafa Quraisha min Kinana. And then the subline of this chain was Quraysh. And one of the famous leader of this Quraysh, Qusay ibn Kilab, he gathered the people of the same tribe. Actually, the Quraysh, they were from the chain of Nadr bin Kinana. So Nadr was their forefather, Nadr bin Kinana. And the very famous person in this chain of Quraysh is Qusay ibn Kilab. A historian says the Quraysh people were scattered in the valley. So Qusay ibn Kilab was the first person who gathered them all in Makkah. And when they gathered the Quraysh in Makkah, then the different activities they have distributed. As-Siqaya, Wal-Imara, and many other activities they were doing. And then, but the Quraysh itself, after they have different branches, and then say, Wastafa Banu Hashim min Quraysh. And here in Banu Hashim is the family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Quraysh. There were many tribes. Banu Adi is from Quraysh. Banu Taym is from Quraysh. The Qabila of Sayyidina Abu Bakr, Banu Taym. The Qabila of Sayyidina Umar, Banu Adi is from Quraysh. The Qabila of Sayyidina Usman bin Affan, they all from Quraysh. Banu Umayyah, Banu Adi, Banu Taym, they all from Quraysh. But the family of the Prophet in Quraysh, Banu Hashim. So now the Prophet says, Wastafa Banu Hashim min Quraysh. So in Banu Hashim, Hashim bin Abd Munaf. For here, and then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Wastafani min Banu Hashim. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted me the highest status in Banu Hashim. So if you look at this hadith which is mentioned in Sahih Muslim, in Jami' al-Tirmizi, in Sahih Ibn Hibban, there are some other addition. In Sahih Muslim only this part which I read. But in Sahih Ibn Hibban, the same Hazrat Wasi' bin, the same muhaddis, the same sahabi, but the addition is, Ana Sayyidu Walad Adam. This is Ibn Hibban. Ana Sayyidu Walad Adam. I am the master of the children of Adam alayhi salam. So before he mentioned Min Bani Ismail, and then he says, Ana Sayyidu Walad Adam. The master of the children of Adam. Ana awwalu man tanshaqqu anhu al-ard. On the day of judgment, I will be the first who will appear in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tanshaqqu anhu al-ard. The earth will be split upon. And then, Ana awwalu shafi'in. I will be the first intercessor. Wa awwalu mushaffi'in. To complete the whole message. Sometimes you are asking for someone to grant you something, but whether it is accepted or not, when he said, Ana awwalu shafi'in, awwalu mushaffa'in, I will be the first who will grant intercession by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this intercession, mushaffa', the ulama says in a hadith, it is called shafa'atul kubra. Different other people will do this, but the shafa'atul kubra, and this hadith is mentioned in Bukhari, the people will be suffering and they will be waiting that the hisab and kitab should be opened. So the decision should be made where we are going. What is our decision? You know, sometime when you give exam and you are waiting for the result and you are very desperate at what's going to happen, where shall I go? And the people will come to the Anbiya Kiram that we are in this open field suffering. Everyone is sweating. There should something happen. To Adam alayhi salam will reply, Nafsi, Nafsi is Abu ila ghayri. Today is not my day. Don't ask me today anything. I am not the one to say anything today. They will come to Musa alayhi salam and he will reply the same. This hadith is repeatedly in Sahih Sitta, some wording in Bukhari, some in Muslim, some in Tirmizi, Ibn Majah. In all the Sahih Sitta hadith, this hadith is mentioned. But there is slightly difference in the word. To Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, they will come and he say, Nafsi, Nafsi is Abu Ilah. Today is not my day. Today I will not say anything. The robe of this day. But when they come to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he say, Ana laha, Ana laha. Yes, today I am here for you. And then he will do sajda to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in Bukhari, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Irfa ra'saka ya Muhammad. Raise your head, O Muhammad. Sal tu'ta. Ask, you will be given. Washfa tushaffa. Your intercession will be accepted today in this country. And then the door of the Hisab Kitab will open. So all these ahadith is mentioning are very well connected. Ana awwalu shafi'in, ana awwalu mushaffa'in, ana awwalu man tanshaqqu anhu al-ard, ana sayyidu walad Adam. The highest status of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's why when we mention Sayyidul Mursaleen, Imamul Anbiya, he is not only prophet, different prophets have been given different titles. But the honor and the min khasais in Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Imamul Anbiya, he is the leader of the prophets. Sayyidul Mursaleen, he is the master of all those chosen 313, which is the high status in Anbiya Kiram. So more or less 124,000 Anbiya, and then out of them 313 Rusul. The Prophet ﷺ, he is Imamul Anbiya and he is Sayyidul Mursaleen. So this is the blessed month of Rabiul Awwal, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him this Sayyidul Walad Adam, Imamul Anbiya, Sayyidul Mursaleen, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to guide the Ummah and to connect them in the dark period of ignorance, to connect them with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and enlighten their heart with the Tawheed and the Nur of Quran, the divine revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When someone gives you a favor, you always have to be thankful to it. In a difficult time, in our old days, in villages, they used to say, if someone give you in villages namak, salt, so you have to be thankful to the person. I don't know how many of you have been in this village life, when the people are even asking for salt to be given to each other, marcha to be given to each other, chini to be given. Asane ghar mein mana hai ne, gud koi nahi the thoda ja gud de chodo. The very Shahri Babu might not understand these things, those who born and brought up in London. Well, the old people understand that kise ko thoda namak le lena, kise ko thodi patti le lena. Ghar mein mana hai ne, patti koi nahi hai, to cha di patti do. Yes, it was a very common norm. So it was a common practice. They used to be thankful to someone who give you a tea bag. Nowadays you call it tea bag, open patti. In a very difficult time, the suddenly guests appear and they give you a tea bag. Someone is giving you salt, and you always used to be remember, when my guests were there, this person has helped me and supported me. And this is our tradition. And look at those who are thankful to those who give you help in salt, in marcha, in chai, in patti. Here you have to remember the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَقَدْ مَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِذْ بَعَثَ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا. The greatest favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon the insaniya and the ummah and mankind is sending His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a leader, as a guide, as a rahmatan lil alamin. We always have to be praised. Don't make these beautiful days disputed. If you want to celebrate His birth, and I have to correct this aqidah, some people are confused with this. If in the birth of the Prophet, as a Prophet, you are sitting in home, you are pleased, this sitting at home itself is the milad of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In your own home, if you call your own son that today I'm very happy, I want to give you this £5. And he said, Dad, why you are giving me? He said this, take it from me, I'm very happy. Just in my mind was the month, the days of the birth of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So just you show your expression that how you pleased with it. Even if you invite your friends somewhere sitting for a tea party and you are sitting, and he said, today you called us, is something special? He said, no, I'm very happy Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam for the guidance of mankind. This is also milad. God, you show your happiness on the arrival of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with your friends, with your children, with your family, even sitting alone in your room. So don't make a dispute. The way you like it, do it. The way you feel, this is the best way to show my happiness on the arrival of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You choose your own time. If your concern is the specifying the time, it might take you to the beda. Choose your own time. Time is yours. If you think this special act is my duty, do the way you like it. The way you like it, the time you like it, the way make you showing your expression, how to feel the happiness. And this I'm saying, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he showed his happiness, he was fasting in the month of every Monday. When he was asked, and he said, this is the day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala I've been sent to this world. This is the day of my birth. So the happiness I'm showing, fasting. The Sahaba Kiram used to show the same happiness. When the Prophet was fasting, do you think the Sahaba were not fasting? They were fasting. So different way the way you show your happiness, different way the way you can connect yourself to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These are all related to urf. These are not Sharia. These are not deen. How you have to show your happiness? If you have concern about any other thing, do it the other way, it's make you more happy. But don't spend time in disputing and just leaving yourself deprived from the barakah and the rahmah of the happiness of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This will be the minimum how to resolve the problem, isn't it? But connect yourself with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through his seerah, through his akhlaq, through his character, and mentioning his seerah. No seerah will be completed. No seerah will be completed without mentioning the birth of someone. وَسَلَامٌ عَلَيَّ يَوْمَ وُلِدْتُ وَيَوْمَ وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيَّ يَوْمَ وُلِدْتُ وَيَوْمَ أَمُوتُ وَيَوْمَ يُبْعَثُ حَيًّا. Hazrat Isa alayhi salam says. And Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam, وَسَلَامٌ عَلَيْهِ يَوْمَ وُلِدَ وَيَوْمَ يَمُوتُ وَيَوْمَ يُبْعَثُ حَيًّا. Quran is full of this. وَذْكُرْ فِي الْكِتَابِ Ibrahim, Maryam. All these, the stories of the birth of the people, their lives. This is also maqsood to give you more strength and more power. How they struggle in this world to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to you. How they suffered when they were in their childhood, how they suffer in their young age, and how with their story you can connect yourself with these Sahaba, with these Tabi'in, with these Tabi'in. So this is nothing to do to make it dispute. Remember the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam the way you like it, the time you like it. Choose your own time, choose your own way, but don't spend time on dispute. Just connect yourself with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.